Hi. So I just finished recording a video showing you how I organize my tracks, and the recording failed. So the file is gone. So this is actually the finished organized track. When I usually compose my tracks, I just throw things in there, and then I don't care about names or anything. And it gets disorganized, and then I take a few days break, and then I don't know what everything is. So I just finished recording. I think it was an hour unedited video of me going through each and every track here, naming it, coloring it, and kind of talking about my process. But then again, the file is there. This is the file, and it's dead. So I don't know what happened. Anyway, here is the finished color-coded track. I still can go through it with you just a little bit more quickly. So the way I like to think about it is I kind of layer it in kind of how you view the audio spectrum. So you have 1 hertz or 0, or the low end to the high end. And in my Ableton project, the low end is on the top and it goes down to the high end. But actually I should reverse it. So, but yeah, that's the way it is. So on the top here I have the low end things like kick drum, percussive instruments, loops, stuff like that. And then it goes up to the bass, and then to the lead, and then kind of up in the audio spectrum ish. It sometimes. So, and then I usually color code it. When we talk about the kick drum, it's always bright red, and this is not really the kick drum, but it's a boom thing. And then hi-hats, claps, snares, they are colored also red, but it's a little bit more another red color. And then I also name the tracks. I name them boom, I name them loop 1, and then I name them loop 2. It's just a nice way to get a quick overview of your track, and you know exactly where things is. You don't have to use time to kind of where's that? No, you know exactly where it is. And I'm using Ableton Live 9 at the moment. I know that there is a new version, but I haven't upgraded to it yet. But I like to name the clips as well. So I am in the arrangement view here. This is the arrangement view. So what I do, I select a track, I right click and select track content, and then I go down here to where you see the waveform. Click on that one, you see the big waveform here, and then you go down here, you can call it loop 2, and then you can select the color here, and then it will select the color for each clip. So that's a quick way of doing that. Then I go to the bass, everything that's kind of tied up with the bass. I usually color it blue. And we can take a quick listen. So we have a drone going, that's in the low end, and then we have a mid bass, high bass, and bass effects. So they are all kind of tied in together with the bass. So I color them blue, And here we have two tracks that are white, and everything that's external in my tracks are white. So this is an external instrument, it's a synth. The track above here, it's called Sub 37 lead MIDI. So this is the MIDI data for the synthesizer. It's not in use now, as you can see I have turned off the track. And the track below, it's an audio track, and it's a rendered audio file from the synth, so it's recorded into Ableton. Sounds like this. And it's just a nice way of knowing that, okay, that this is an external instrument. And it's also a lead sound, so it's kind of in the middle. And here we have lead 2, and then we have lead effects. It sounds like this. As you can see down below here, I have effects. They are colored, is it purple? Yeah. And this is kind of an effect as well, but it's more tied into the melody, so I'll place it here alongside with the melody. And then again we have arpeggiated sounds. I place them often in the middle and color them yellow or yellowish. It's up to you to decide what you want. Then I have piano and piano layer. I color them kind of a light purple, pink, light pink. And then we have pads, 2 pads. They also have the same color. And the strings, actually I see the strings have doesn't have the correct color here, but we can change that. Right click and just select color. Okay, so what's really good about this? Okay, you see, I maybe you know your project, so you don't care, and that's fine. But there is one thing that's pretty good by doing this. Sometimes when I create a new project, I know that, okay, in the track I made a few weeks ago or a few months ago, I had this particular thing I kind of liked, so I would like to bring that over to my new track and adjust it accordingly. So what you can do then is when you have a new track, let's say you are building a new track, and you want something from your older track. You can add a folder here in Ableton Live, and you can navigate to the folder where you have your live project stored, like this. I have all my finished projects here, so you can click on that one, and you have to let it sit for a while, maybe 5 minutes, and you will see all of your projects down here. And we can browse down to Voyage. That was the project we was working on earlier here, and you can click on the little arrow here and go down, and you see here you have all the tracks laid down, and you have the track name. So it's very easy to find the track you want. For example, if I wanted pad 1, and just click on that and drag it into my new project, and there it is. It's color coded correctly. It has the VST, it has the effects, compressor, EQ, everything, and you can just use it in your new projects. Another thing that's I know it's great in Ableton Live 10 is groups and groups within groups. This is not possible in Ableton Live 9. You can only have groups. As you see, this project is not really that big, so I don't use groups here, but I could have used, let's see, I could have used groups in the bass. In the bass track, for example, mid, high, and bass effects. If you right click and select those, and group tracks, you get a group here, and you can then put hide it so it gets even more tidier. And one thing that's actually pretty funny to do on bass is you can put a thing. Let's see. This one. Bass limiter. Let's see. So yeah, I hold down the Alt key and up. Just okay. It's not loud enough. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's so you can apply processing on all 3 bass tracks at the same time. So it's also an organizing thing. This particular thing is trying to make the volume in the bass consistent, even if you play the bass on different notes, it has a different amplitude. So what this does is try to compress it down and keep it on the same amplitude, so the audio is the same, or the audio level is the same. It's just, I'm not a super expert to explain that, but yeah, we can take that another time. So well, this is why I organize my projects. And I hope you got something out of this video, even though it wasn't really this video I planned to do. But yeah, if you want to check out my projects, see the links in the video descriptions to click and expand it, and you see links to Spotify, my website, Patreon, everything. You can download my music I make, and you can use it in games, or you can use it in your own YouTube videos as background music. You just have to credit me, and if you can't credit me, you have licenses if you want to go that way. But yeah, anyway, until next time, take care, bye bye.